Hello there, my name is 980599239, and while using checks is common, there are times when it's unnecessary or not accepted at all. For example, office expenses. You know, buying that pen that you've always wanted. To provide currency for these situations, businesses often maintain something called a petty cash fund, which is a small amount of cash on hand that's used for paying small amounts. The person or employee responsible for the petty cash fund is known as the petty cash custodian. When using a petty cash fund, the first activity is to establish the fund. When the petty cash fund is established, cash, which is an asset, is used to set the initial amount required for the petty cash fund, and therefore cash decreases and is recorded as a credit. The petty cash fund can be found in the current asset account, and when the fund is established, there is a restricted amount of cash in the fund. Therefore, the petty cash fund increases and is recorded as a debit in the general ledger. For example, suppose on the 1st of June, the business, Mike's Bikes, cashes a $100 check to establish a petty cash fund and gives the cash to Connor, the custodian. What a name, by the way. I mean, great name. Anyway, this $100 of cash is used to establish the fund and is therefore credited on the general journal, and as a result, the petty cash fund increases and is recorded as a debit. It is important to note that the journal entries are recorded when the petty cash fund is established and replenished. After some receipts or small expenses are made from the petty cash fund, the company must stop and replenish it. For example, Mike's Bikes fund started with $100, however small amounts were used to purchase stamps and that perfect looking pen, which reduced the fund. This amount of cash is counted and then subtracted from the initial balance, and therefore the amount needed to reach $100 is minused by the cash remaining, which is $10. Therefore, the replenishment amount is $90. In the general journal, all the accounts that should be debited should relate to expenditure, and then the cash check that needs to be made to replenish the petty cash fund should appear as a credit. However, there are some circumstances in which the balance of the petty cash fund account could be more or less than the amount that we should have left over, in which case we are either cash short or cash over. This would come from mistakes on a receipt or forgetting to record the receipt itself, in which case it would be recorded as an unidentifiable expense or revenue. A cash short is recorded as a debit, as it is an expense that we have to pay in order to reach the normal cash balance of the petty cash fund. Conversely, cash over would be recorded as a credit, as identifiable revenue is increasing, and less has to be paid to bring the fund back to normal balance of $100. I am 980599239, and I hope you've enjoyed learning about this as much as I have. Hope you have a great day.